So ESPN sources suggesting there will be a caretaker manager that will come in until the end of the season before Manchester United appoint their next permanent coach. Let's take a look at some of the options that United have, Craig. We've got 7 of the best, if you like, here. So we want to kind of mix realism with possibility. So we've got 7.
We've got 2 other, I would say, the best in England, in Klopp and Pep Guardiola, but
yes,
we can definitely rule them out.
That's done.
So
so that's not happening, obviously. That's not going to take place. So at number 5, yeah.
Well, look, if I was looking at short-termism, which we're not, I would probably look at Jardim with his good job at Monaco he did with some great players, and Laurent Blanc. Long-term, I'm ruling them out.
Okay.
If I'm descending down, I would probably start with Antonio Conte in 5th. Again, I think he would be somebody that would come into a short term.
You're ascending up. What descending down?
Ascending up, sorry, but yeah, whatever.
Can't say that at 5.
Semantics. Right, Conte at 5, and then I would go Diego Simeone. I think he's a fabulous manager, but again, I don't think he's going to fit with that surly attitude, very combative.
The style of play as well, isn't?
Yeah, and I just don't think so. I think he's perfectly suited where he is. I don't think that one will happen. And then something that we've talked about in the show a lot.
Yeah.
And I know we were talking about it yesterday again with Julien Laurent. Yeah. I'm not sure he wants to go in there with such a big overhaul of players that's needed. There's a language barrier as well, which Julien has touched on. So I think if United were in a better footing, and clearly then maybe they wouldn't be looking for a manager, but I think if they're on a better footing, that might interest them, that job. But I think it is such a big turnaround, I don't think we'll see him take it. The guy I think who might be the best candidate, I just don't think he'll go, is Allegri. He's certainly got the most experience.
Yeah.
He's had huge success at more than one club in Italy. He's handled big players, and he's handling a big one at the moment in Ronaldo. But why? You're not going to leave Juventus, Dan.
No, not what considering what's happening at United.
No, and what he's got at Juventus with that squad and Ronaldo and getting to Champions League finals, that's not going to happen. So it leaves the one that Tottenham fans are going to absolutely hate. And it's not exactly rocket science, is it? Because everybody's talking about it. But if you're looking at long-termism, he fits the bill because of his age. He's got the experience now, particularly in the Premier League from Southampton and Tottenham. Yeah. He's worked with relatively tight finances and a smallish squad, not a small squad, but a smallish compared to some. His style of football's been excellent. He's got them in the top 4. Some might say he's in the title race this year, we'll see. He's got through to the knockout of the Champions League. They're moving to a new stadium. Can Daniel Levy convince him that the money's going to be there and the players are going to stay? I know some of them have signed new contracts. And does he want to go to Man United with the problems that I mentioned for Zidane and 1 or 2 others? Does he see United as a feasible job where he can turn that around? And he's going to get the backing of Ed Woodward. He's going to work with a sporting director and he's going to be able to overhaul that squad. That's a question in his mind, but...
The problem he's going to have as well, let's not forget Santiago Solari. You can't imagine him, let's face it, staying at Real Madrid long term. So they're going to come knocking maybe to Pochettino's door.
And the thing is, and it goes on, whilst United may be targeting him full-time in the summer, he could be already been tapped up by Real Madrid. Yeah. It goes on, let's not kid ourselves. They might have said, listen, hang fire 6 months, whatever, you get in this job. Because Santi's got a contract for a year or 2, but we're going to go to the summer, then we're going to talk with him. Right? They would take him over Solari or most.
And he would take Madrid over United.
He would take Madrid over United, absolutely. So that's the problem for Man United. That if that happens, it's a problem for Tottenham as well, but if that happens, then they're going back down the list and maybe they're going out left field somewhere else. But I would go all out to try and get him, even though people say, well, he hasn't won anything yet. Give it time. It would be a big job. I think United fans would be happy with that. Tottenham fans would absolutely hate it. I get that, but it's the world that we live in.
Yeah.
And I think United should go out, all out, and try and get Mauricio Pochettino and make it long-term, because this club needs a full rebuild.
Craig, thank you very much. A lot more from Craig and Andy, the rest of the boys, throughout the day as we react to the news that Jose Mourinho has been sacked as coach of Manchester United.